Hi friends, welcome to GNK tutorial. ఇప్పటి వరకు ఇంకా ఎవరైనా మన ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోకుండా ఉంటే సో ప్లీజ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవర్ ఛానల్ అండ్ షేర్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆల్సో. So it gives a lot of support for me doing more and more videos related to your subjects and all those things. So let us move on to the topic. Today's topic is image pyramid. Okay. So it is also one of the future identification or future detection point of view in case of the image processing. Let's move on to the one by one. So generally a scale invariant interest point detection. Basically in the last video we discussed regarding the shift algorithm, scale invariant feature detection. That is also one of the most important application for finding the feature points in the image. So here let us see one by one. So how can we independently select the interesting points in the each image? Suppose if you want to identify the some of the feature points in the image, so how it is possible? So for that purpose, some future points may be repeated in the image, or maybe if you want to identify the some of the common features in the two different images, so how it is possible? So at that time you have to identify the corresponding key points based on the Harris corner detection. So Harris corner is one of the best algorithm for best method for identifying the edges, corners, like by using some eigenvalues concept also. Let us see just a brief introduction. In case of the Harris corner, in the Harris corner method, just they can take the lambda values, lambda 1 and lambda 2 are the eigenvalues. Based on the eigenvalues concept, they can decide whether it is a feature point. Suppose let us consider lambda 1 is greater than lambda 2, or maybe lambda 2 is greater than lambda 1. So it represents that it represents that so by using the lambda 1 is greater than lambda 2, or else lambda 2 is less than lambda 1, so it represents the edge point by using a Harris corner. Suppose lambda 1 and lambda 2 values are small, it represents a flat region in the corresponding image. Suppose lambda 1 and lambda 2 are high, it represents the high variations in multiple directions. We can also, it is also as a corner. So this is just a brief introduction about the Harris corner. By using the Harris corner detection methods, we can identify the corresponding edges or maybe anything else present in the corresponding images also. So coming to the next one. So exactly features at variety of scales. That means if you want to identify such a independent features or independent points in the two different images. Here two different images means that one image is taken as a normal image and second one is nothing but the same image can be zoomed. So based on that one, you have to identify some common features or maybe some interesting points. At the time we are using the image pyramid is one of the best methods. So when does this work? Suppose a more efficient way to extract the features is stable in both location and scale. Suppose if you want to identify the common features or maybe common points in the images, both images, just you have to take the same stable feature. Stable feature means that features are stable with respect to the coordinates x, y, that is nothing but space, as well as in terms of a scale also. That means if you are taking the zoom and zoomed out images also, the key points may not be changes with respect to scale and space. That point is extracted from the both images. You can identify the corresponding point. If it is matching, then we can say that both points are very common features in the both images. So at the same time, find the scale that gives the local maxima function in the both possible and scale. That is nothing but based on the Harris corner measure, you can identify the remaining points also. So that is just based. So suppose it is just a brief image taken from the this is a normal image. This is nothing but a zoomed image. So So this is image is normal, and second one is nothing but some variation in the scale also. So in this case the patch size is very small, so the patch size is high. That means based on these two parameters, just you have to take the different Harris corner thresholding point. So just Harris corner measures. If you are taking some graphs, some points will be appearing like this. So one way method. The second thing, if you are increasing the same patch size and you can identify the Harris corner method, Harris corner, just you will take the two different locations. So based on these key points, you can identify the common features present in the corresponding two images. It is a zoomed image. So it is a zoomed image, it is a normal image. So that is a scenario how we are going to performing all those things in the images also. Coming to the next one. So image pyramid is nothing. So here the problem is that so each and every time you are increasing each and every time. Here the problem is that problem is nothing but increasing patch size is the one problem actually, and second one is nothing but you have to identify each and every key point based on the scale and the space also. Scale and space, you have to take the corresponding key points and you have to draw the graph and you can check the corresponding matching points. So for that purpose, let us move on to the next one. So it is nothing but image pyramid. In case of the image pyramids, what we are going to do is nothing but just you have to take the image 1 G1. I will call G1 is nothing but image 1. So I can the same G1 is so for representing the Gaussian image for that purpose also. So G1 is nothing but a Gaussian image. Just you have to take the image G1 and you have to smoothen the G1 image and downsample the image. Downsampling means that obviously the size of the image is decreases. So for that purpose, I have to differentiate the G1 and G2 images in terms of the sizes also. At the same time, so second thing is nothing but the same process. G2 image is again smoothen and downsampling. You can get G3. So it is a repetition process. So the basic advantage of the image pyramid is nothing but instead of increasing the patch size, just if you are changing the sigma value in the corresponding Gaussian function, you can reduce the size of the image to the corresponding patch size. So that is one of the best advantage of the Gaussian images. We can also call it the image pyramid. So secondly, if you go for the second one is nothing but L1. L1 represents the Laplacian function. Laplacian function can be approximated by the difference of their Gaussians. So for that purpose, take the image G1 as usual. At the same time, the difference of G1 and G2 that gives rise to L1. That is nothing but Laplacian of the function. So for that purpose, L1 represents the Laplacian of the images of 2. So here, if you want to subtract those two images, if the image 1 and the image 2 must be same. So for that purpose, take the corresponding G2 image and smoothen the corresponding G2 image and upsample the G2. Upsample means that we can increase the size of the image. That means whenever the both images are same level, you can possible for subtraction. The difference of those two images gives us the Laplacian image of L1. At the same time, second thing, just you will take the G2 image is nothing but the same Gaussian image G2 and G3 is the next image. So where G3 image is very small compared to G2, so for that purpose you have to smoothen the G3 image and you can upsample G2 to match G2 size. Then you can subtract the corresponding G2 and G3 images. You will get a L2, that is nothing but Laplacian image of L2. So at the same time, for third case is also similar. Just you will take G3 image, you will take G4 image. G4 is obviously very small compared to G3. Then you have to smoothen G4 image and upsampling the G4. You can subtract G3 and G4. You will get Laplacian of image L3. So this is a similar. You can increase more and more. So this is the way we are going to performing the image pyramid. Image pyramid is nothing but instead of changing the patch size, you can decrease the size of the image to the patch level. You can identify the key points or maybe key features in the corresponding image. The key features may be stable points. Stable means with respect to the scale and space, that features may not be changes. That means if you are changing the rotation and everything, the key points can be exactly identified in the both images. So that is possible. So that is one of the best advantage of the images. So let us see just a brief about the so Gaussian, generally Gaussian function is nothing but like this. So Laplacian is nothing but that. So the difference of Gaussians means that G1 and G2, it gives us the Laplacian. So Laplacian is nothing but, so generally Gaussian function is nothing but, suppose second one is nothing but like this. So if you are taking those two images, L1 minus G1 minus G2 means that the difference of this, the difference means is like this. So this represents the Laplacian image. So the Laplacian, why we are smoothing is nothing but, if is there any noise is present, for that purpose we have to remove the noise. So for that purpose first we have to smoothen the image, then we can perform the scaling operation. Moreover, if you go for the Laplacian parameters or Laplacian images are very sensitive to the noise environment. So if the noise is present, obviously it leads to the more edges may be present in the edge detection pattern. So for that purpose, if the noise is present in the images, the Laplacian cannot produce a better result. So for that purpose, just you have to remove the noise and perform the operations from the corresponding. So that is just a brief introduction about the image pyramid. So coming to the advantages of the image pyramid. So the image pyramids are find variety of application. So compression, that means if you are in case of the image pyramid, just you can reach to the very small image by using the Gaussian or maybe Laplacian pyramids. So that means with the help of the image pyramid, you can reduce the size of the image. That is the one thing. As well as object detection. With the help of the image pyramids, you can reduce the size of the image to the patch level. You can identify the key features in the image. Therefore, we can easily identify the scale search as well as features of the corresponding image. So that means obviously the final goal is nothing but with the help of the scaling and searching and feature extraction, you can identify the object detection with the help of the image pyramid. And so advantage is nothing but detecting a stable, interesting point by using a image pyramid. That means with the help of image pyramid, we cannot change the corresponding patch size. We can identify the corresponding stable point. Stable point means generally the difference of Gaussian point of view. Just you observe this and of the three different Gaussians. So we will take 3 by 3. So in case of the G2, G1, G0. So if you are taking the G1, G0, G1, G2 are the difference of the DOG, difference of Gaussian images. In this case, just you will take the one reference with this cross line with reference pixel. This pixel can be compared with the two images, that is nothing but G2 image and G1 image and same. That means obviously, so here 9 pixels. So secondly, it is also 8 pixel, 9 plus 8, around it is 17 plus 9. Around that means this the same pixel can be compared with the 26 pixels. So 26 pixels are compared with the corresponding same pixel. You can identify the pixel is maximum with respect to the corresponding reference pixel. So that is generally called detecting the stable point. That means obviously G1, G2 and G0 images are obviously different in the sizes also because of the scaled images. So that means G1 is nothing but sigma times of k or maybe sigma square times of k 2k like this. So that is just detecting the stable points. That means scale with respect to scale and the size also possible. So registration application. So codes to find image registration. That means large points and fine points also can be identified with the help of the image pyramid. And to compute the Gaussian pyramid is also possible, aligned with a coarse pyramid. And successfully aligned with a finer pyramid and search for smaller range. So that means these are the different numerous applications with the help of a image pyramid. So we can find out the large components and the fine components with the help of a image pyramids also. So thank you for watching GMK tutorials. I can wind up this video from this slide. So this is various applications of the image pyramid. So finally, image pyramids are reduces the image pyramid basic advantage is nothing but we can reduce the size of the image by using the Gaussian and Laplacian pyramid.
So because of to identify the key features. So otherwise the regression method is nothing but we can increase the patch size, you can identify the corresponding key points and you can match the corresponding points on both images, then you will come to the conclusion those two images or two objects are same. But with the help of image pyramid, without increasing the patch size, you can compare the corresponding two images by reducing the size of the images. So thank you for watching GMT tutorial. Thank you.